week, we've got a few things to talk about, so let's get right to it. Crack those cold ones. It's the Argos Fancast. You can find us at Argos Fancast or anywhere you find your friendly neighborhood podcast. Just search Argos Fancast. We are a proud member of the Shotgun Sports Network. You can find us over there at shotgunsportsnetwork.ca or go to their YouTube channel and like and subscribe to the Argos Fancast playlist. I am Clay Chisholm. You can find me at All Kinds of Clay across all the social media machines. And joining us, as always, he is our resident historian, the man of 1,000 titles, from ArgoFans.com, the VP of Football Operations, Trustee Will Gertler, MBA.
Hello, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at ArgoFans or check us out at www.argofans.com.
And from the Double Blue Order, Sir Douglas of House Ballinger, second of his name, Lord of Section 116, Warden of the South Side, and Protector of the Realm.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a smartass on the intro today. You can find me on exclusively on Blue Sky at DougB519. I've got a YouTube channel. That's at Sir Douglas 1873. And you can go find the Double Blue Order on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We do have a merch store. There's not much on it. doubleblueorder.ca. Let's get this show on the road, guys, because we got a lot to get through.
Yeah. Some things have happened since our last show.
Some. A lot. Pretty much the entire like the world left us behind. That's how far we're back we are. Jeez.
Yeah, we've got to go pretty much all the way back to November, December was our last show. So we can either go in kind of chronological order or, if there's something you guys want to talk about first. I would offer it to Will, but his dog is making him run away from the camera.
No, it falls. So by default, it falls to me. Let's just go in chronological order.
All right. So our coach ran away.
He didn't just smack the dog, did he?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that's what it sounded like. It's like whack, and like.
No. But I bet you if you smacked Dinwiddie, he probably would run away too. And, that must have been what happened. So Dinwiddie is no longer the Argos head coach. He got offered and accepted the job as the head coach of the Ottawa Redblacks and general manager of the Ottawa Redblacks.
As they completely overhauled their structure over there.
Yeah.
Hard to be 14 every year.
Yeah, well, yeah. There was any of the season, there was a lot of rumors going around about people being unhappy with this team. Is it the coaching staff? Is it management? And I think when all the dust settled, it kind of came back to a little bit of both. So we were on the look for a new coach. We did end up finding one, but in the process, we got rid of just about everybody else in the coaching staff, save for Mickey Donovan and Mike Miller, who was our quarterback's coach and is the Chad Kelly whisperer and is now our head coach. Not a topic we thought we were going to discuss.
No. Because we all had just attributed the bad year to Chad Kelly getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought, okay, whatever. And, there was I never got the sense that the team gave up on the coaching staff during the year. They just weren't good enough in certain areas to win. But I mean, they weren't. I mean, yeah, I guess there were a few games where they did get the shit kicked out of them, but it wasn't universal. They were semi-competitive in a lot of them, and yeah, whether or not there was a power struggle has been speculated, but without any hard facts.
Yeah, I I'll repeat the rumors that were out there. Is that the power struggle was between Dinwiddie and John Murphy. Dinwiddie wanted Murphy gone and wanted a lot more control. Ultimately, he got his wish, and he got his wish. He got a lot more control in Ottawa, and John Murphy was unceremoniously ushered out of the Toronto Argonauts front office.
More like he got
after another reported rumor that he tried to convince our former defensive coordinator to come back from Saskatchewan.
Without telling Jeremy O'Day first.
Or, apparently the Argos management as well.
Now
at least that's what's been claimed.
Yeah. I think as Doug alluded to on our Lost show last week, it was a combination of things.
Yeah. And so with that, John Murphy's out, and in our front office, we have brought back Jim Barker for his 737th go-around with the Argos. He is now our Director of Player Personnel, and coming in as Senior Advisor to the General Manager and Head Coach is none other than I don't know if he's not a Hall of Famer yet, but he will be future Hall of Famer John Hufnagel. Big get from Calgary,
massive,
and hopefully that kind of puts some stability in the front office at least.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of Barker's recruiting later in his first tenure.
No.
He did okay, till the 100th Grey Cup. But sort of after that, I mean, offensive guys he did fine. But
yep.
I just felt like, he spoke, I don't like to build a team through free agency, which is valid. But if you don't want to do that, you have to be a capable recruiter. And I felt he wasn't that towards the end of his.
No, and I don't think anybody can argue with that. I mean, you could say that he missed on some of them, whereas some of the previous ones he probably hit on ones that nobody believed he would have hit on. Probably the wrong choice of words to talk about this team, but you'll get it. But yeah, I mean, he's been out in a different capacity for the CFL and TSN, and a cup of coffee with the Hamilton Ticats at some point. But now he's back, and see what he can do. Hopefully he's able to recruit some people into his scouting staff that, like he did before, that were very good at their jobs.
Yeah. Let's be frank. Both Hufnagel and Barker are probably pushing 70.
Yeah, I think Barker's 74.
Well,
could be wrong.
Hufnagel is, I believe.
Yeah, Hufnagel, yeah.
Jim Barker's turning 70 this year.
Okay. So Hufnagel's 74, and then Jim Barker is they're not spring chickens.
No.
No, but lately 70 has been the new 40. So go figure on that.
Coaching wise, we already mentioned that Mike Miller's our new head coach. Rounding out the coaching staff, Mickey Donovan returns obviously as special teams coordinator. Greg Quick comes over from Montreal as our defensive coordinator and linebackers coach. What else we have? Assistant head coach and defensive line coach Demetrius Maxey. Defensive back coach Javon Johnson. Assistant linebackers and quality control coach Bubba Walker. Quarterbacks coach Chris Miller. Offensive line coach Dominic Picard. Wide receivers coach Kier Johnson. Assistant offensive line and quality coach Colin Huff. And returning to the Argos in a different capacity this time as running backs coach Kadeem Carey.
Yeah.
Also not on our bingo card for this year.
No, but I think with the previous coaching staff, like the regime that cut him in the spring is gone. So
as well as both of his replacements as well now too. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the player part yet.
Yeah, we haven't touched on the player part yet, but I mean, I'm looking at the like the changes that have been made in the office and on the coaching side of the bench, and it's gotten me a little excited. Not gonna lie. I mean, this is a team that is going to make some waves this year, I think.
Yeah, you've got you've got a good mix of seasoned coaches and young, hungry coaches in there.
And I mean, you've got it's like out of the guys that have been around the block a few times, you've got like a mega shit ton of like football experience in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you've got like, I think you've got like the good mix of like super like of old grizzled guy with new talent coming up. So like I said, it's gonna be interesting.
Mike Miller is QB coach, so it's a big jump, but so was Ryan Dinwiddie 6-7 years ago, and he was successful. I think so long as Miller relies on his coaches who have CFL experience.
Yeah, and I think the difference, the difference between Dinwiddie and Miller, at least on paper, that we can see is, coming in, Miller does have experience as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie was just a quarterback's coach, although he was a very influential figure in that offense in Calgary. But yeah, Mike Miller's been an offensive coordinator in the NFL, albeit with the Arizona Cardinals. They were kind of middle of the road, I guess, when he was down there. But yeah, so it's a little bit more experience, and but still a brand new head coach. I don't think he's been a head coach at the pro level yet. So now players.
Oh boy.
So at the end of last season, we made a couple big signings. Before we get to the 2026, where it all went crazy, we did bring back Ralph Hawley, who signed here. I believe it was a 2-year deal that he signed.
Which is a great pickup, great returning pickup there. And
another one we signed Adam Guillemette, long snapper. You don't fuck with the long snapper.
Exactly.
Not everybody can do.
No. Backup middle linebacker and special teams extraordinaire Jack Kassar. Standout cornerback Benji Franklin
Thank
as well
God.
re-upped. And then we move over to 2026. And even though, January has felt like it's been 3.5 years, it's only been, 31 days plus 4 into February so far. And we have a whole ton of things that happened. Let's just go through them. David Unger resigned. Isaac Darkangelo resigned. Jake Herslow resigned. Mayan Williams was brought back. Then
Was
we
he?
had,
No.
oh, sorry, Mayan Williams.
No.
Sorry, Jiran
Mitchell.
Jaron Mitchell. Yeah.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I always get those two names confused. Mayan
Yeah, 'cause
Williams
Chop-
was released to go play in
Yep.
Columbus in the UFL.
Yeah. Chop got cut. So
Yeah. Well, I think it was more a
mutual decision.
yeah. And a backup defensive lineman, Tyson Hergott, retired. And then come the fun things. Darius Pickett is back.
Yeah.
Best
Wow.
pickup so far.
Yeah.
Or
Darius
rather,
Pickett,
one of.
yeah. Jiran Mitchell back, as you said before. Brandon Dozier, Ricky Correa made their exit.
Wallace or whatever his name was, Greg Wallace.
Yep. Peyton Logan comes in. Dwayne Hendricks comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Bratton gets shown the door.
Thank God.
Willie Drew Jr. gets shown the door.
Yep. Darius
Wow.
Siracco and Derek Parrish both gone.
Yeah.
Deontay McMahon, or can we start calling him McMahon now since he is playing in Calgary?
Oh hell no! We're still
released.
calling him McMahon. We're changing the name of the stadium too officially.
Oh, okay. So it's okay.
Yeah, so he's
McMahon
playing
Stadium.
at McMahon Stadium now officially.
Yeah.
And and then apparently it didn't even cross my radar that Stephen Smith, who was a prospect, was shown the door. 2-time junior or CJFL, whatever it's called, the alternative to college, to university football.
Yeah.
Was 2-time defensive player of the year there. And then we've brought back Teodric Hansen,
Good.
Brian
Heard of them all.
Orlamana,
Manamana.
and then we said goodbye to somebody that we understand why he's going, but I don't think any of us is overly joyed that he's gone.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I get he's missed time with the past 3 or 4 seasons, but like, you telling me you couldn't, you're paying Dakota Shepley all this money for somebody who hasn't played in the CFL since 2019. And I get O-line was a need, but it's like the heart and soul of the team going to fucking Hamilton. That's not right.
Yeah. Winton McManus has taken his toothpick down the QEW.
Yeah. And I get, they like Aaron Casey or Isaac Darkangelo there. But too good of a player.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting rid of somebody who was widely considered, regardless of his injury history, was widely considered the best linebacker in the CFL, give or take.
Yeah.
I was hoping, shot in the dark, that they may bring him back as somewhat of a, Bear Woods type situation where Bear Woods was technically a player, but he was in reality more of a coach when he was back for his last go around here.
Yeah.
I didn't think Winton saw himself that way as being ready to step into coaching.
But like the thing is, still like, I don't look at the other free agents. It's like there's nobody out there where I feel like is going to command a ton of money. I mean, they're going to be paying Pickett a lot, apparently. Highest paid linebacker in the league.
Yep.
I mean, I guess Deshaun Amos is going to get.
Yeah,
probably
you didn't mention that. This was essentially a trade.
Yeah.
We sent Winton McManus to Hamilton for Deshaun Amos to come back.
Yeah.
Our secondary has gone, and I think also neglected this mention that Robert Priester is coming back too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I mean,
our secondary, which was a massive weakness last year, has now become a massive strength.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far yet.
Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of depth there.
But it is definitely looking a lot better than it was before.
Certainly Benji and Amos solidify that boundary side, or Derek Sluka at safety, and Tavares McFadden, and I don't even know who the heck's playing that field side corner.
You're still missing Jonathan Edward. You're still missing Tyshawn Blackburn.
Yeah, well, Blackburn's a safety more than anything else.
Even so.
Yeah. So I mean, there are, there's a lot more options than there were before. A week ago, or 3 days ago. But yeah, I wouldn't say we are, world beaters yet.
I still think the D line needs work.
Yeah, and we still got some D linemen that really, they were really high on. They really never got much of a shot because of freak injuries. And we kind of have to see what they look like after those injuries. Brian Cox and Christmas, and then Anthony Lanier showed that he could definitely hang in there.
Cox is free agent. Lanier is a free agent.
Lanier is a free agent too. Yeah. And Christmas is under contract, so we're good with that. But yeah, we still need to, sign a few guys. But the majority of the guys that we're talking about here are interior guys.
Yeah,
we need some edge rushers.
Well, I think like Chatfield, is But I mean, he didn't play as well as the season went on. I think he started off. I just want to look here.
Yeah, he did start off really good, and then it was one of those things where hopefully this year he can figure out how to beat those double teams that he was seeing in the second half last year.
No sacks past August.
No, and at that point that you've got the other teams adjusting. To what he can do. But
Holly's gonna help.
So far he didn't adjust enough on his end.
Yeah. Holly's gonna help.
Yeah.
But it's that other defensive end position that they're gonna have to figure out. I mean, there's not. Again, I don't think there's a heck of a lot out there in free agency.
No, it's not. There's not. I haven't seen a lot of guys that you would go, okay, that guy would be awesome here. It's guys that you kind of have to look into to see if, you'd be like, I recognize that name, but I'm not sure if he's as good as just the name recognition on there.
Well, they brought in like Jonathan Kongbo or Will Sy. Everything's reported at this point, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, he got 4 sacks last year. I mean, he may not be the option either. That's interesting. They actually do. So, with the league always, like, I know there's this whatever communication window is going on right now. Was the league always advertising when someone was reported to have signed with somebody? Or was that something new this year?
I think they started doing that, I want to say last year a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember they were doing it last year. They were doing it last year too.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, and that's, I mean, the free or the legal tampering communication window, whatever they want to call it, is, I think we're
the review window,
3 or 4 years
now.
So they kind of were very cautious around it, I think, in the first couple go rounds.
Well, but they created it though, so I mean, it's
no, I understand that, but they want to be a little bit cautious to make sure that they're not throwing things out there that shouldn't be thrown out there, like James Letcher signing or agreeing to terms and signing in Ottawa, and then not signing in Ottawa and ending up in Saskatchewan.
Which then puts a big question mark on Mario Walford.
Well, he's definitely going somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are some guys out there, but it's just like none of them really fit what the Argos need. So it's frustrating.
No, and I mean, we did try to address at least something on our offensive line and brought in Dakota Shepley. Stand out with Saskatchewan, and then played in the NFL for 5 years on and off, I guess. But he's a guard.
Well, he played, I mean, so it creates, they're going to have to find some tackles.
Yeah.
I don't want Ryan Hunter playing tackle another year.
No, and I think Ryan Hunter played a lot better at left tackle, but then he did at right tackle this year. But at the same time, left tackle's usually easier to find.
Yeah.
But I would much rather us find a right tackle.
Well, that Dankwa guy, I can't remember, he got hurt so quickly.
Yeah.
A read on him. But I thought he was playing like decent in that one game.
Yep.
Hopefully Josh Donovan didn't really play. Josh Donovan, he would have started for. I think he started. Yeah, he started for Montreal. 24 started 17 games, so he's a possibility. The important thing, Dank was Canadian, but again, he just played the one game and got hurt.
Started the game. So I'm just looking here. So they've technically got a bunch of old linemen here. You got Desmond Bland. You don't know anything about him. It's a new signing. You got John Bosey, who
needs to be fired out of a cannon.
Hey, you know what?
All 6'4", 335 pounds of them.
He got put in a
Um,
position he shouldn't have been in yet.
No, he wasn't ready for to play tackle, and
And it showed,
Uh,
especially when he had like what 5-6 penalties on him in one quarter
Yeah.
or some shit. Like it's just
You've got Sage Dockstader, who they seem to be fashioning as a guard.
Look at the size. He got the tackle.
I mean, he did play tackle, or he did play on the outside in college.
Yeah.
You've got on the inside. You've still got Dylan Giffen, but I believe he's
a free agent.
as well.
I think.
he's a free agent. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got I believe Brandon Kemp is also a free agent.
Let's
see here.
We've kind of glossed over a very important loss to our receiving.
Yeah.
Kemp is still on. Kemp is still there.
Yeah.
Kemp is under contract.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got Anthony Vandal, who's a great guard, and we'll get to the receivers in a minute. Will. But yeah, I think we're a little bit thin at people who can play tackle, especially when we went through 3 right tackles in one game.
Well, we're thin in knowing who is going to be a training camp battle.
Exactly.
Because I mean, there's still tons of guys that they can pick up from potentially the UFL when that season goes bye, and then ultimately we still got the draft to go. Like I think we're going to be just fine.
Now, receivers. Yeah, you did mention Dejan Brissett makes his way out to Calgary.
Yeah.
All the power to him, though.
Yeah, I mean, when
we've got our top 5. We've got our top 5. We know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is you need to get Coxie, Herslow, and Polk on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
And then Metal and
you got
Metal and Ungerer. So
yeah. And Unger and Brissett didn't always play the same position. Unger was primarily in the outside.
Yeah.
And Brissett played inside a lot. Usually opposite side from Metal, but yeah, that's it hurts. Like it's one of those things. It's just I would have loved to have him, and it'd be great so that nobody else had him, and because whenever you needed him to make a big catch, he was there.
Labor Day.
But you got all these other guys that should be able to do the same thing too.
Yeah, they probably need to get some. We the receivers here, which Brissett's still listed because technically he hasn't officially become a Stampeder yet. Yeah, I mean,
contracts don't get signed till next Tuesday.
Yeah,
so they do have some rookie or inexperienced Canadian receivers signed, but I think they may need another veteran Canadian at that position.
Yeah, I do believe. I mean, as far as Canadians at the receiver position, you're looking at Kevin Mattel, who's going to be starting, Dave Unger, who's going to be starting, and then you're looking nationally wise. You've got Tristan Reddy, who is out of Carleton, and you've got Ezekiel Teedy, something. Out of Concordia.
I mean, a guy like Curly Gittens is a free agent, but he doesn't quite fit what we.
No,
Curly's gonna want starters minutes here. So he'll easily be potentially a second fiddle compared to the 5 that we got.
And I mean, we've already got a guy that we are they're very happy with Kevin Mattel, who will play that same position. Because Kevin Mattel is playing exactly where Curly Gittins would play. And
maybe a flyer or two. Wolatarski. He didn't play anything in Hamilton. I think he got hurt. But if you're looking for a depth guy, he could be.
And I think depth is what we need in the receiving, because like Kevin Mattel, you had him catching over 100 passes last year.
Yeah, you just gotta get that yards per catch up.
Yeah, but he was taking a lot of them, in the flat and a lot of the outlets and stuff like that. But he was Mr. Reliable. You threw that ball his way, he caught it. And I'm pretty sure when you got a guy who's now second all time behind Paul Mazzotti for catches in a season.
No,
not quite.
Catches in like an individual season.
Yeah.
How many did he catch?
Good question. No, he was the fifth Argo ever to break 100 catches in a season. That's what it was. Something.
Yeah,
like that.
and I think he probably for a Canadian receiver.
Yeah.
But I mean, Daryl Mitchell caught 160 in a year. Pinball and Terry Greer both had seasons with more than.
Yeah.
And then I guess Jay Green had a 100 catch season. So Daryl K. Smith did not, believe it or not. Yeah, I guess. Well, he had the 20 touchdown season.
Yeah, but he was a big play guy.
Yeah.
When he did make a catch, it was like, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 yards.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I mean, again, I just don't see, like, they are going to have to sign a depth Canadian. I mean, not too much out there. I mean,
no.
what's going on?
That's all there is to it.
Now they're static again.
So,
Doug was playing with his cable. You good now, Doug?
okay. All right. No, what I said was it's going to be something that we're going to end up picking up either through the UFL or the draft. Unfortunately, I mean that's just because all the guys that are out there right now are going to command way too much coin for what we need, which is depth, and we need depth everywhere because without depth, we get last year.
Mm-hmm.
End of story.
I'm just looking for Canadian receivers. There just isn't a ton.
There isn't a whole lot of receivers that are available.
Maybe a Luther who will come over to the
Kavanu?
yeah.
Luther Hakuna Matata, yeah, like that, he would be a good one. But I mean, is he gonna want to take the drop like to like pretty much second fiddle money?
I don't. He's not going to command a lot of coin. I mean, one catch, 5 yards, one catch for 5 yards last year, 171 yards in Hamilton. You're going to get him on the cheap.
Not only that, he was in Ottawa last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the year before he was in Hamilton and didn't do a whole lot. So.
Yeah, but the thing, I don't think he's going to stick around. I don't think he's going to end up sticking around in Ottawa anyway.
No.
So,
but if you need like a third Canadian with experience, he might be it.
There's a guy in Saskatchewan who hasn't been signed yet, who would probably be a very good depth guy, Mitchell Picton.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's not something I thought of, but when I saw him and he's on the list.
And the green light the green light went pling.
Yep. As far as Canadian receivers, there really isn't a whole lot that are going to hit the market.
No.
Period. Let alone in our price range.
Yeah.
Yeah, there really aren't a whole lot of options out there. So my bet is,
Blessing and a curse.
my bet, if we're not going to add depth in free agency, we're going to probably draft a couple.
Right.
Draft a couple, and then obviously go through the open tryout route.
And obviously hope that one of the Canadians will stick.
Yep.
I mean, that's really all we can do at this point. So, unless you're willing to strap on the pads and get your cardio up there, and
That's Marcus' job.
Yeah.
No, but he's an offensive lineman, though.
True.
You've been talking about wide receivers for like the last 10 minutes. I don't see Marco catching a football. I'm sorry.
That's not for time.
Maybe by pure luck he would catch one.
Well,
yeah, I know.
On the very specific package that we tend to have from time to time.
Yeah, big man touchdown.
Yeah.
And I don't. I know I would not be a good option. The one I'm, that I'm out of shape, and the last 2 years I played flag football. I caught 3 passes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Out of how many?
How many targets?
Oh, probably not that many targets, but yeah, I definitely did drop some very, very, very catchable balls.
If you drop sitters, then we don't want you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's the second year I played that I was having, it was a really rough year for me, and I remember them broken play and getting a pitch out lateral, and caught that and ran it for about 20 or 30 yards, which is the biggest play I've ever had in football, period. And the team goes, "Oh, so we need a broken play for you to catch the ball, eh?" I say, "Well, apparently." Yeah, and then the only other position group that we really haven't discussed is quarterback, and that's set. Everybody signed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No worries there.
We got 5 quarterbacks set to come into camp. I don't think we keep all 5, and I believe at least one of our quarterbacks is playing in the UFL right now, or is set to play in the UFL.
Which one?
Max Duggan.
Axon.
Oh!
The ginger kid from TCU.
Ginger kid. Dave?
No. The athletic one.
Oh.
Good Lord. Anyway.
Okay. What? Trying to think what else has happened. I know we're missing something.
In Argoland?
I'm not sure if it's just Argoland or not, but
did we discuss our shit schedule yet, or? Because
yeah, we could officially. We're playing 6 home games. Don't get to play out of BMO Field until
August.
And
we have to play a home game in Hamilton, which I will gladly go.
Which we've
but
done twice before.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's go well either time.
Especially
No.
when the fans from the opposite team came just to pelt us with shit.
Oh.
Or
But this time now they have their team is in it, and yeah, we don't have like just a couple of handfuls of idiots. Now we're gonna have like a whole stadium full of idiots.
Indeed.
Yep. Because the game is included in their home season ticket package.
Yeah, they'll have to.
Yeah. So interesting. And then we play a home game in Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. Technically.
Honey dill sauce.
I want to know if we can officially be the home team and kick them out of their home locker room.
Doubt it.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It won't.
Yeah, I mean, but it would be funny.
Visitors dressing room.
Yeah.
Funnier if we did that in Hamilton. But we all know that shit ain't happening. Not now and not ever.
Oh.
I know if it were me, I'd be taking a giant dump right in the Tiger's mouth in the locker room. But that's just me. That's the reason why they would never let me in.
You throw all the dirty towels into the center of the locker room there. Yeah. Because you don't want any of your actual equipment or anything touching that logo.
No.
That flag touched the ground.
We've got a shitty schedule, but we'll be out there and ready.
It's a shitty one by design this time, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
Hey, when they say we're gonna pay you more than you can, and you like money, then you're probably gonna take the money.
There's a reason why it's ML $E, folks.
Yep.
Hence the reason why people are since we'll just get into this right now, because I mean the Argos are basically basing themselves out of Guelph for the duration of the World Cup, all the way till August. And I know there was an awful lot of people asking, well, why the hell are we not playing the games out there?
Good question.
But I can tell you exactly why. Because we didn't want to pay to have the stadium set up.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't want to pay for the 3 games worth of temp stands, And I mean, I know the people are arguing, well, Hamilton made it work. Yeah, well, Hamilton is a lot closer to Guelph than Toronto is, number one. Number two, they had to play there a whole season. We're only playing their 3 games.
Yep.
I would only be playing this game, yeah.
And on top of all that, there's like next to no concessions there at all. So you'd have to bring everything in from outside. Like the juice simply just isn't worth the squeeze. I hate to say it.
No, and like you said, when Hamilton did it, it was the whole year they're playing, 10 games out of there, including the one preseason game they played.
And they played a playoff game out there too. Didn't they play the semi out there?
Yep. Yeah. In the wind.
Yeah. So the one where the wind just stopped and we pushed the ball backwards on a field goal.
That was awesome. Financially that made sense, and they still lost money on that.
Yeah. But Bob Young didn't have to pay for the stadium at all.
No.
So it financially
that's what made the decision is I want to say there's there's something else, but no, it's just all about money.
Yeah, like I know people are gonna say, well, blah, 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 blah. It's like, look, it doesn't make sense. Spelled CENTS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period. It doesn't make sense.
And you've also got the rules of the World Cup preventing us from using our facilities, period, for the duration of the World Cup, and I believe it's 1 week before the start and 1 week after the ending of the World Cup.
I thought it was a bit more, but yeah.
Yeah,
Or
no,
maybe
no,
2
it's
weeks,
a
but-
full. No, it's like I think it is. No, I think you're right. I think it is a full week.
Wait, it's at least a full week. It could be 2.
Yeah.
But that's this, what kind of pissed me off about it is they're playing how many games in BMO?
6.
Like 6.
If Will could stop the internet search for porn for one just a second. Well,
The
sorry.
message is something.
But yeah, but I mean, they're gonna be. Well, I mean, who knows what the way things are going? There's still a lot of time. There's still a lot of time left before. The way that things are going in this world, there could be more games headed that way. So
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 preliminary round games, or the group stage rounds, and 1 round of 32. The last game there is going to be played July 2nd. And we're not allowed until August.
neither is Toronto FC, for the record. So
No.
and oddly enough, we get the stadium first before after the World Cup, which is kind of odd. Oh well. Be interesting to see what the renovations are going to look like, though,
Yeah.
when they're all said and done. It's going to be very interesting to have a look and see what they're going to look like.
The only thing I'm not going to be super happy about is you're not going to be able to walk all the way around. That rooftop patio is going to be a ticketed area.
Above and beyond.
Yes. So you're going to get
sucks.
separate tickets. So like you would, get tickets for a luxury box or something. That will be its own.
That's
section.
stupid. That's stupid.
Yep. Hopefully
the
they have kind of a lane that you can walk through, but as of
No,
right now,
I don't give a shit about that. I like the rooftop patio should be for
A
everyone.
rooftop patio for people.
If you've got a ticket for the game, you should be able to access it. Doesn't matter what the hell you paid for.
Well, I think that's one of the things everybody overlooked a little bit when they announced it, because they always announced it as a ticketed rooftop patio. People just went by.
People thought that the game ticket would be enough.
Yeah.
And if that's not the case, well.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry,
we won't see. That won't be necessarily. I don't think that's going to be open at all until 2027. So.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we're still going to have all the temporary stands in there, or at least some of them, unless they're spending those 2 weeks or those the month after the last game played there, removing all those temp stands.
Which is what I'm thinking they're doing. Because I mean, instead of
Still going to be a CNE, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna need that space for the CNE. I can guarantee you that. So they're gonna be tearing that shit down pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's left when the World Cup's done and what we get to walk back into. But yeah, just for the record, the World Cup ends on July 19th in New Jersey. And access there is, like I said, not till August. So, yeah. So that's fun rules that FIFA makes you take on to have their games. Here. So some interesting dates that we need to be aware of before we get out of here. Technically, free agency will open on February 10th at noon, and that's
Next
when
Tuesday.
all these signings will become official. They're going to hold a CFL kicking showcase on February 22nd in San Diego.
Whatever that is.
Yep. The combine is March 6th, or starts March 6th. That's the invitational combine and free agency camps in Waterloo. Then you've got the full
You just piqued my
combine.
interest.
Yeah, full combine at on March 25th. Or the GM and head coach media date, CFL Combine, and then 27th and 29th in Edmonton is the CFL Combine, now presented by Anytime Fitness. CFL Draft on April 28th, and Global Draft on April 29th. And then Rookie Camps open May 6th. And first roster cut down is May 9th to 85 players.
Ooh.
Training camp opens May 10th. And second roster cut down to 75 is May 12th. You get
That's not
3
a lot
days.
of time.
3
That's not
days
a lot
to
of
cut
time.
an additional 10 players.
That's not a lot of time if you're a coach.
No.
But then
That is
again,
a
like
tight window.
very. But I mean, like, I guess if you're pro, I guess you get to say, you know what, hey, this you either has it or you don't, and that's
Yep.
But I mean, like,
And
still
then
2 days, like that's like what, only like maybe 8 hours worth of exercises, 8 hours worth of drills at the most.
Yeah.
That's a little tight.
Tight. But
do not envy them their job.
Then you get till you get the 75 players to until June 3rd, I believe, is the final day before the season opens on June 4th. So you've got time, to figure that out. But those are the days we got to look forward to, and we'll probably do some shows somewhere in and around those things, and maybe have something to talk about, whether or not we do our homework or not.
In other words, bring hello, Ben Grant. Can you come on for our annual draft show? Thanks.
Yeah. I may have to do some research this year because I'm once again taking part in a mock draft with some.
You got roped into the shotgun mock draft again?
Not the shotgun one. They were in it, but this is actually put on by some of the Instagram pages.
Okay.
That do, but the Elks Herd and was in that one as well. So we'll see what it is. I've done it for the last couple years, so figured we'll do it again. Maybe I'll look at do some homework this time. Did a very quick cram session last time. And I don't know of any other news in the CFL that we need to talk about. Do we have any 3-minute warning?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, but first, Will, did you say nah, or you got something?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Doug, take it away.
Okay. Now I know I always end up. Now there wasn't always a joke that me and my best friend used to always make whenever we'd see, like, whenever two teams play each other and one of them's really, really bad. And the joke it was from Married with Children, and I remember Al was talking to Bud, and Al said, "Look, son, it's the Bears and the Rams, and if you lose to the Rams, you get kicked out of the league."
Yep.
Well, turns out in the CJFL, you can be bad enough to get kicked out of the league, because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I am talking about a team known as the GTA Grizzlies. And this team was like, if you thought Hamilton's 1-17 season was bad, let me tell you about how these guys went, okay? So, now for the record, in 2019, they played 9 games, went 2-7, so not great by any stretch. But oddly enough, in the Ontario Conference of the CJFL, not entirely terrible. They finished 4th. But I mean, bear in mind, like, the team that was above them, the Hamilton Hurricanes, they played also the same amount of games, but they finished 6-3. So there is that. But then, of course, we all know the world went to shit with the pandemic. They came back in 2021, right? The CGFL came back in 2021. Grizzlies went 0-8 for an 8-game season. They only scored 54 points, and they had 357 scored on them. Oddly enough, that's not the worst. One team, the Quincy Skyhawks, actually had 3 points more against put on them. So they had 360 points against, but the Skyhawks scored 120. So there was that.
Wow.
So I know, not much, but I mean, it's better than what they did. So that was 2021. In 2022, the Grizzlies once again went 0-8, right? This time they only scored 48 points for, but 321 against. Oddly enough, once again, still not the worst, because the Quincy Skyhawks once again had 374 scored on them, but they scored 152. So once again, but the biggest thing was, they've now at this point have lost 16 in a row. How about the 2023 season? Well, guess what? They went 0-8 again. But this time, oh man, they were apocalyptically bad in this season. 26 points for, 436 against. Now, I think I could be wrong here. I'm just going to see if I can pull up. Maybe I can pull up a game or two from this season. At least I thought there was. Maybe just give me 1 second here. Game schedule. Okay, here we go. So here the game schedule from the 2023 season. So, lost to the Hamilton Hurricanes 51-0. Lost to the Quincy Skyhawks 50-12. Then another loss 40-0. Hamilton Hurricanes 57-0. Ottawa Sooners 76-0. St. Clair Saints, which is in Windsor, 60-0. London Beefeaters 43-7. And then the Ottawa Sooners 59-7, another loss. So you can see where I'm going here.
So you said the total was 432 against.
Yes.
Right? They gave up an average of 54 points a game.
Yeah. Yeah. And oddly enough, it could somehow get even worse than that. 2024. Once again, not a single win to be had. 45 points for, 390 against. 390.
Better? Technically?
Yes. Could it be? Is it though? Like, it's like it can get, it just gets so much worse. I mean, their closest game was a 36-20 loss to Quincy. That was their closest game. Their worst game was a 62-0 beatdown against when they played the Sooners. So this, I mean, and then so that was 2024, and then we come to last year, their final season, 2025. Once again, as you can expect, they were 0-8 once again. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back this season, because now 25 points for, 411 against. Let me give you some score lines from last year. Okay. Here is where I think people
We're
said,
talking about they averaged a field goal a game. That's it.
Yeah. Here are the games that they scored points. Here are the games where they scored points. Okay. The first game of the season, they played the Sault Ste. Marie Cougars. They lost 64-7. They didn't score again until September the 6th, which was 4 games later. And oddly enough, with that one, that was their closest game of the season because it was only 24-6 loss. And then they didn't score any points. Huh? Yeah, must have been.
Must have been bad weather.
Yeah, that's the only excuse because then they didn't score. Then they didn't score any points again until their final game of the season, October the 5th, where they lost 46-12. Now, here were the shutout losses. So after that game against Sault Ste. Marie, played the London Beefeaters, lost 58-0. Then they played Quinte Skyhawks, 35-0. Then they played the Hamilton Hurricanes, 50-0. They played the Quinte Skyhawks again, this time on the road, 41-0. And then when they had to go to Windsor to play the St. Clair Saints, this was, I think, was the big light bulb moment for the CJFL to tell them, hey, these kids don't deserve to be playing here anymore. 93-0.
Yeah.
93-0. Okay, so they scored. And I honestly think they put in the mercy rule at this point, because I just pulled up the box score. 44-0 in the first quarter. Then he scored another 49 on them in the second quarter, but then absolutely no scoring in the final 2 quarters. So they must have put the mercy rule in. That's the only thing I can figure.
You must play all your offense. Okay. The mercy rule when I played minor football, and it was after when the team was up 21 points, either all your skilled starters had to play on the interior of the defensive line, or you had to play second stringers. And I don't know what you'd have to do to like. Did they have to start playing the parents?
I don't know, but I just pulled up the full box score of the game, the full stat line of the game. Oh my god, it just gets worse and worse. Okay, passing. Okay, St. Clair Saints were 12 for 15, right? 190 yards, right? 5 touchdowns. Never sacked once. Longest play 30 yards. Obviously a perfect quarterback rating. The opposite number of the Grizz, 0 for 7, 3 picks. That's it. Like rushing attempts, okay? The St. Clair, 7 attempts, 128 yards for the St. Clair Saints, 4 touchdowns. The GTA Grizzlies, 13 attempts, 2 yards. It just gets worse. Like the more you read into it, the worse it gets. The more you read into it, the worse it gets.
Yeah, that would give you the death penalty. I mean, St. Clair is one of the best teams in the league, but
I mean, like when you have to put in the mercy rule at halftime, I mean, okay, you can put it like there's some other, like that I don't know. Like, I just don't get. I mean, like that was
Yeah,
the
the
worst
blind-
loss they ever had. I mean, in 2024 when they played them, right? It was only 58-0.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah, I think
and then
2024 St. Clair or Windsor St. Clair won the entire
won the whole
won
kit
the
and caboodle.
Canadian Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's like you just. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the last time if they ever scored any points against them, which I don't think they did.
You probably well. So basically, what you're saying is they were bad before the world went to shit, but they just stayed in the shit.
They just like it's one of those things where it was like the world went to shit and they just felt like kind of like
Yeah,
Wile E.
this-
Coyote just going off a cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I did find one thing. They did. I can't believe I'm saying this. They did score a point on them on the 20. It was the opening game of the 2021 season. Final score: St. Clair Saints 63, GTA Grizzlies 1. 1.
You do pity
I'm
rouge?
trying to figure out if it was a rouge or a kickoff single or what. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, it's probably a pity rouge. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So the receiver just gets it and boots it through the back of the end zone. It's like, here you go. Here's
Yeah,
a
I
free
saw
point
this.
for you.
I saw that story that the GTA Grizzlies were being kicked out of the league. I did not realize how historically bad they were.
Yeah. But I mean, but bear in mind, like that was only like a handful. Like I can go further back. Like in 2018, like here's the thing, like they were usually good for a couple of wins. Right? Usually, but I mean, they were I mean, okay, they weren't world beaters, but they were not entirely uncompetitive. Like that right there, they were entirely uncompetitive.
Yep.
But it's like over the course of 10 years, it just went,
Yeah.
it was just on a steady stream of going down,
Yep.
So, and I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing else I can say, really.
No. And on that note,
exactly, on that bombshell.
On that note, I think that does it for the fan cast this week. We've talked about a fair bit. So, Will, where can they find you?
You're muted, bud.
On Twitter
Yeah.
at ArgoFans or at www.argofans.com.
And Doug, where can they find you?
You can find me exclusively on Blue Sky, Doug B519. On here on YouTube, you can find me. That's at Sir Douglas 1873, and you can find the Double Blue Order Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And we do have a merch store. There's not much to it, but it's something. doubleblueorder.ca.
And you can find me at All Kinds of Clay on all the social media machines. You can find our show at Argo's Fancast or anywhere you find it from the Neighborhood Podcast. Just search Argo's Fancast. And like and subscribe to our show on YouTube. Just go to Shotgun Sports Network and like and subscribe to our playlist there. Or you can go directly to shotgunsportsnetwork.ca and view us there, or basically anywhere you find your podcast. Spotify, we're there too, and Apple Podcast, all that stuff. We're there. That does it for the Argos Fancast this week. We will talk to you again probably about a month when some new fun stuff happens, hopefully, and or sooner if big fun stuff happens right away. Talk to you later. Cheers, everyone. Go on.